All right, welcome back everybody to East 6. We're skipping over Easts 4 and 5 because they were never localized to America, as far as I'm aware. Unless one of the future East games after this game was made went back and remade the game. I'm not 100% sure. This is East 6. As any good East game starts, I get a title screen, some nice music, and we'll get there. The girl jumps up. What is it, Isha? Oh, it's nothing. I just thought I felt the wind string. The wind? So I didn't mean to interrupt. Really nothing. Don't worry. Can I listen to you play some more? I love your flute music. I'd be happy to oblige. What on earth? ... So again, as any good East game, I start with being washed up on a shore. Why? Because that's how every East game has to start. He's an Arisian, but how do you wash up here? First of all, for an Arisian, is he dead? No, he's still breathing at least. But we don't do something for him soon. He's going to die. You should go back to the village, call for the others. Okay. Excuse me. ... He's got no tail. His ears are so small, too. His hair is so red, almost like fire. What? Getting a premonition. Oh no. No! Was that? I thought I'd finally stop seeing them. Why does it... Looking at him make me... I can't stop shaking. I'm scared. I'm really, really scared. So, second thing that happens in every East game, we get a really awesome cutscene to open the game. Is pretty cool as well. This sort of gives you a little bit of a the overview. As far as I know, there's no prologue to this game that shows what happens to Adol. I think they tell you about that later. So we're gonna get a little of A, B, and C. So here's Isha. And here's a character we'll meet later. Who my brother loves. Steven. Brother Steven, that is. Here's our boat that we were selling on. There's a very tan looking girl and a pirate. Isha, or Ola, looking up to the sky. Ooh, cave. Ruins. These things. We'll meet all those later. Eyeball thing. There's a guy we'll meet later. They're fighting. Cherry blossoms, perhaps. Sword, sword, sword. Bow and arrow. Berries. Something or other. Goddess. Bug-looking thing. Pirate ship. And that's your intro. To think the day would come when an Arisian would wash up on our shores. And a warrior, no less, judging by the steel sword he has with him. What could have possibly possessed you to bring him here? Forgive me, uncle. If I had done nothing, this young man would have been with us no longer. I thought this would have been the best place to treat his injuries. You know full well that the villagers' distrust of Eurasians these days is greater than it ever was. You are a priestess. Such careless conduct on your part will only make this situation worse. But I... said Chief Ord. Adol wakes up. Oh, thank Alma, you're finally awake, said Ola. Oha. Do you understand our language? Adol gently nodded his head as he had the every language chip installed into his brain when he was a boy. That simplifies matters then, said the narrator slash writer of this story. I am Ord, chief of the Rada. What is your name, redhead Eresian? Introduced himself and thanked Ord for helping him. Eresians truly do have the strangest names. If anything, you should save your thanks for this young lady. She was the one who found you washed ashore and tended your injuries. My name is Olma. Olha. I give you some basic first aid, but your wounds haven't closed completely. You need to take it easy and get much needed rest for my sake, please. I have no such thing. He may be powerless in the region, but he is young and he will recover quickly. As soon as you are able, I must ask that you leave here once. Uncle, if you could just reconsider. Do not forget your position, Olha. You are the priestess, the child of Alma. You will conduct yourself as such. All kinds of interesting factoids about this story. Please don't mind him. He really does not. He's not so cold as he would have you believe. Though I am sorry to say that when it comes to regions, he's never been the most patient of men. Lately, especially so. Anyways, rest as long as you need. Adol drifted back to sleep because he was a very sleepy boy, and he hadn't slept in many a day. Adol awakens to see a smaller girl named Isha going, "Oh." The girl pointed to Adol's equipment and then ran away like a little scaredy cat girl box thing. Right, okay, so here we are. Adol, he's got a jump. You can see he's got a little sword here, a little shield here. And then I've got some armor. But I do need to buy more armor. Later, let's just talk to some people. Because I've got stuff I need to do. And then once we do that, we're going to skip ahead to a save I have ready. Walla silently offered her prayers to the altar, her eyes firmly closed. Adol called out to her, but she didn't respond. Eek! Oh, pardon me. I always end up getting kind of lost in my own little world once I start praying. Nice to see you up and about, by the way. There are lots more color in your cheeks compared to before. Been asleep for 3 whole days, you know. Although your wounds heal quickly enough, still weren't coming along as much as I would have liked. Starting to worry, I feel much better now. Clearly you've made a full recovery. However, my manners, if I may, let me introduce myself again. I am the priestess of Rada tribe, Olha. I believe you said your name was Adol. Mind telling me about how you washed up on these islands? Adol explained that while riding on a pirate ship, he fell overboard when they were attacked by the Roman fleet near the Great Vortex. Pirate Roman? I'm afraid these details are a bit lost to me, but your story appears to match the other of the Eresians. You must have plenty of questions yourself. If I can, I'd be happy to answer them. What would you like to know? About the ears and the tail. That's the first thing I always ask. When I'm in a new land that I don't know, I ask about a racial or ethnic trait about them that is different than my own. Ah, those must be unusual sight for you. Everyone who comes from the outside, we call them Eresians. Surprised when you first see them. With such short ears and no tails to speak of, however, I must confess to us, you are the unusual one. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective, but I'm thinking so much different. But our thinking's not so much different than yours and mine. Reha are a tribe that resides on the Canaan Islands since ancient times. We lived under the protection of the goddess Alma. She bestows us blessings from the forest and the sea. From my experiences, Eresians typically think of nature the same way we do, so it sounds a little strange. There are many people on these islands who came from outside the Great Vortex, much like you did. We call those people Eresians. These days, Eresians have settled on Canaan Island in the north, in the village made from stone. Although if you were looking to to see it for yourself, I'm sorry to say it isn't possible to travel there at the moment. Canaan Islands is an archipelago surrounded by a very same great vortex you found yourself in. We live on the first of these islands, the Quatorral Islands, which rife with foliage. The second one is where the Eurasians live, Canaan Island, covered with vast plains and mountains. Finally, there's Zemeth Island, a place of ruins in the center of the inhabited inlands. The Canaan Islands that's the Canaan Islands in a nutshell. Oh, you met her? Her name is Isha. She's my younger sister. As to why she's been avoiding you, well, she's always been a little shy around regions. I hope you won't take it to heart. Isha may be quieter than most, but she's a very sweet and thoughtful young lady. Do try to get along with her, won't you? That would be Ord. He's the chief of the Raida, as well as my uncle. He's a warrior and hunter, as well as a wise man who is well versed in legends relative to these islands. By the way, Adol, please try not to let what he said bother you too much. We have a long history, shall we say, with the regions, though he tends to be rather obstinate toward them. But I think he's changed his mind about you once you've opened yourself up to him. And my duty as a priestess, so I will be here for a while longer. Adol, please do not hesitate to ask if there's anything else you need to know. So we're going to go talk to all the people in the village because I feel like wasting everybody's time. And I know everybody loves when I waste their time. So let's do that. I see. You're up, I see. I'm Silva, a Raidon warrior. I might have been the one who carried you here, but only because Ola had asked me. Make no mistake, sure hell wouldn't help regions otherwise. Rude. You better thank Largo too. He helped me carry you. Region or not, I hope you're the least capable of showing some manners. Eek! I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there. Ola has told me about you. Are you feeling better? Grandmother is the oldest person in the village, so you can say she is very set in her ways. It might come off a little harsh because of that. Why not try not to let it bother you too much, okay? So this and this are twin sisters, I guess? Oh, you're the region Ola brought here. Hair is such a vibrant shade of red, you look pretty handsome. Perhaps a little gullible, too. Ouch. That's my twin sister outside. Her name is Milka. I'm the younger twin, Raichai. And the scary old lady there is our grandmother. Nice to meet you, stranger. You're the one, aren't you? The Eurasian Ola wasted her energy looking after. I don't understand what's going on in her mind sometimes. Eurasian priests shouldn't be stupid in association with filth like you Eurasians. Most certainly need to have a word with that Ord about this. Eurasians who neglected to pay their respects to the spirits are not welcome in my home. Get out and never darken my footstep again. Youch! Talk about racist. Oh, you're the region I've been hearing so much about. I have a fair share of troubles here lately, so everyone's feeling a little bit on edge. Don't do anything to make things worse, you understand, man, young man, understand? Might be careful what I have to say, but I've never been fond of you regions. Oh, I did what you had to do when she saved you, but I'll sleep better at night knowing once you're gone on your way. Youch, racism! Guess what this guy is? If you guessed a drunkard, you're right. You drunk too? Are people getting red-faced when they're washed? But never red hair, you crazy region. Scones like you talk to the town right now. It's all nice talk either. But hey, who am I to judge? Cheers. Rude. Talk to you? Oh, in a region, you might be the one that's been talking about the village. I'm afraid I must warn you, there are many Radians who do not think too kindly of your people. It's not your fault, of course. Our history with the regions of these islands extends far beyond today. So while some of you may speak ill of you, try not to take it to heart, alright? Oh, who are you? Okay, great. You're the region that Ola was talking about. My, you're lucky Chief Ord allowed you to stay here. Rude. So much rudeness. No, so, okay, I hate Arisians. They suck. Everybody sucks. Everyone hates Arisians. This guy over here is an Arisian. Oh, hello. Judging by your appearance, you're from Europa, I assume. Washed up on the shores of the Quartar Island, did you? Made the raid, didn't even paid you a second glance. Name is Kevin. I washed up along these islands a while back, same as you. What am I doing here? Oh, the usual. I came from the neighboring Cannon Island for work. Man of business, you see. Being a business, is there anything you need? Let me know. I'll be happy to provide. So, is there anything you need? Happy to provide. So right now he just sells the hard leather, which I do not have any gold for. Okay, we'll get some gold later for that and be able to equip that. You're an Arisian. What are you doing here? What are an Arisian like you doing here? What brings an Arisian? Suppose the fact you wanted the village so really means you have Ord's consent? I admit I have some mixed feelings towards you, Arisian. You smell funny. You don't respect the ways of the gods, as we do. Oh. Oh yeah, I'm not sure what to make of you. I'm gonna run away. Okay, run away. Alright, so we're just gonna do some quick exploring here. First things first, Vamos. Nope, not doing that. That's my save that I'm gonna load here in a moment. So hopefully I don't die. We're just gonna talk to a bunch of people. I'm gonna run by a bunch of shit. Gonna show some shit. Alright, great. These guys hit like freight trucks, but we're just gonna ignore them for right now. Because we want what's in the treasure chest, which is a Kapala water. Don't care about that. Those guys also hit like freight trucks, so we're just going to ignore them. This over here leads to a much stronger area with a thing saying, hey, don't go this way. So we're just going to ignore that. This is the Moonset Shore where they found you. You were all like, I'm drowning, and they're like, no! Eek! Yours is so small, and you got no tail, you must be an Arisian. Ah, you want something from me? No. I don't want anything from you. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to talk to Arisians when there aren't grown-ups around. Fat kid just keeps saying the same thing. You can see there's nothing here at the moment. It's alright, we'll come back here in a moment. So for the most part, I'm just going to be avoiding a bunch of these battles. Because it'll just waste your time and waste my time. Because like I said, I've already got a save loaded up at the end of this area. So we're just going to show off the cutscenes, the dialogue, and move on with our lives. Hey there, you're up and ready. So you were as weak as a newborn when we rescued from the beach. Seriously, I thought you might have been done for. Our name is Largo. You might not look that tough, but I'm a raiding warrior through and through. Nice to meet you. Excuse me. So you can see a little treasure chest there. We're gonna get that here in a second. This is one of the reasons why I chose to do a save, because leveling up to level 7 is going to take a while to do. It's much easier for me to just kind of do what I'm doing right now, which is show off everything I want to show off and not have to worry about dying or wasting time with me shredding the level for a while. Look, it's another water. That's great. I got 2 of them now. So you can go 2 different directions. This actually leads to a dead end, which is okay. gonna show it off anyways. So these guys are obviously outside of my level area here. Now what I have to do, what I do have to watch out for is, in addition to... I have to watch out because these birds that drop these heavy guys sometimes drop a different variant of them. It is actually impossible for me to beat at this point in the game. Even if I was leveled up to, say, level 7 or so. Would still be impossible for me to defeat these. They are very similar to these guys, except they do not have this electric horn on their head, and they have a lighter color. So like I said, we're just going to evade all this because it's just sort of me grinding for levels here. So we're going to talk to Chief Ward again. I see you're back on your feet, recovering much more swiftly than I expected. You are still nothing more than an underpowered Arisian. Must have undergone some manner of training. They'd all thank the chief for allowing the rest of the village. I said this once before, you have no reason to thank me. Ola was the one who found and treated you. While others have assisted, I kept my distance. As far as I'm concerned, you are an unwanted guest and you should leave the moment that you are able. Wow, what a rude guy. Unfortunately, with the bridge in the current state... This island you see is called Canaan Island, roughly twice the size of this one, and on its eastern shore there's a stone town built by the Arisians. Must be able to meet more of your tailless brother in there, but for now, you may remain stranded. As you can see, the bridge is currently impossible to cross. It does not occur naturally, the rope shows clear signs of being burned. What's more, during the confusion caused by the bridge collapse, something very important to us vanished from the village. It was nearly a month ago. Naturally, we Rada have no reason to do such a thing. It only leaves the regions as the pretended culprits. I doubt you have any connection to this, considering you just washed ashore a mere 3 days ago. But surely even you can understand why the presence in the village makes the villagers wary, can you not? I will permit you to remain in the village until the bridge has been repaired. However, Ola and Isha are descendants from Alma, and their bloodlines that of the priestess, who have long guided our tribe. Stay from... lest you cause the village any more uneasiness than you already have. Fuck you. Ah, you must be Adol. Heard much about you from the chief. My name is Quivel. I'm a warrior and a hunter. Washed up the way must have been a terrible ordeal. And while it pains me to say this, you have my sympathy. Fortunate truth for you is that those who end up here are stranded on Canaan Island forever. I know it's not ideal, but best you face it now and begin to adjust to your new life here. Do take some comfort in the fact that you are not alone. You should have met some of the many others in the same predicament. Even though that may provide troubling, we have some issues between our races that result in bad blood, you see. Ford has been unusually irritated recently, most likely because he's worried for his son on the other side of the bridge. Right. So let's, like I said, we're just going to kind of ignore everything just so we can hit the cutscenes, so we can move on with our lives. Like I said, at least in catastrophe mode, which is a more difficult version of this game, which I'll explain when we get there. These guys in the dark colored brown, sometimes they drop a different variant of these guys, which are much more difficult and will one-shot me and kill me, so... Hello, Mr. Squirrel, you've been murderized. Officially, unofficially. And I died. Great.